YouTube, bless you. It's Brother Dennis, and today I have to give God all the glory. So let me give you a quick update of what's been happening. I know I haven't been on YouTube in a little while, but I don't want to say I've been busy. I just been kind of focused on other things, and you know, life goes on, man, and sometimes you lose focus on certain things and focus on other things. So that being said, it's quite challenging. I find it quite challenging. Pigeon racing. It's not as easy as people think it is. It's really not. And somebody gave me 8 birds the other day. I only got 7 left because one flew out the door on me, and it's gone. But somebody gave me 8 birds that are like 3 months old and they're unsettled. And I think it's because they have not been out, that they're just so hype. They just bounce off the walls. They're just hyper. The guy's he's an elderly gentleman, Vietnam vet, very great guy named Wayne Hall, and he has great birds, one of the best flyers in North Carolina for years. And he gifted me 8 young birds. And there'll be either racers or breeders for the old bird season in 2024 if I can get them settled. I don't know. I feel kind of bad about trying to settle them. I don't know what to do. So I couldn't say no. There was a gift to me. They're great birds. Anyway, let's get back to this season. So I lost a lot of birds. I got 3 racing birds left on my team. They had been out. What happened was I had 11. Well, I had 10 plus James's bird, which was a training bird because it don't have a life band, which is right there, by the way. So what happened was I trained my birds out to 60 miles, and then I took them for a training toss, which was 165 miles. It's a club race where they had to break from other birds and everything. A simulated race, a training race. And I basketed 11, and I got 6 back. 4 the same day, 2 the next day. The following week, we did the exact same race, but for real. And out of the 6, I had only got 3 back. 2 that day. And actually, my number 1 bird back, let me find her. I believe it's this bird right here, this big bird. It might be a male, but this bird right here, this dark check right here in front, actually hit the middle of the sheet. So out of like 330 birds, he was like 160. And on the novice sheet, it was 120 birds, and he hit 60, something like that. So he finished in the middle of the sheet on both sheets, on all the sheets. He finished in the middle, in the combine, in the club, and they have a novice sheet, it's called, like rookie flyer sheet. And he finished first, like not first, in the middle. That was my best bird. I think it's a male, I'm not sure. And then I have 2 other birds in here that finished. This one actually right here, this blue bar finished the race. Obviously both races, the train race, you know what I'm trying to say. And then there's one more in here somewhere. It's got a racing ship on. Oh, it's right there in the front. It's the other blue bar right there. That's a Mr. 500 bird. One of those 2 birds, I think it was the Mr. 500 bird, was day 2, but it could have been the other bird. Could have been this blue bar right here, which, so I got 3 birds left. This is race 2. I'm trying to and I got James's bird, which he gave me as a breeding bird. I wanted to train him and race him and fly him. And the story about him was, I don't know what happened during he did good on the training race, but then on the real race, he didn't get home till Thursday, so he was gone for 5 days. So I'm just going to retire him just on his straight determination. And he was thin when he got here, but for him to be out there, he's home, he's feisty, and he's bred really well. He's a Aztec, the guy Joe Manuka, I think his name is, and the Aztec's Loft bloodline mixed together. It's a really good bred bird. So I'm in talks now with James to get him a hen and add him to one of my breeding pairs. So he'll be an extra breeding pair. and then we'll go from there. So I'll have 6 breeding pairs this year so far. Yeah, that's him. Talking about you. It's a really nice looking cock. And I think he's a cock too. Yeah, he's a cock. So this tough guy's son, that's a cock right there. The dark check, he's a cock. So he's gonna go in the basket. He's my best bird so far. And he's my best bird, and he's off Tough Guy. So Tough Guy's from Rocky Ridge, and the hen is from Rocky Ridge too. I don't know the bloodlines other than that. So we'll see. So we're gonna basket 3 birds today, and these guys up here. See how scary these birds are? Because the guy is he's an older gentleman, and he's having some health problems. So I don't know who was feeding his birds, but I don't think they spent a lot of time with them. And these birds are scared of people, and it makes them real flighty. That's the word. They're flighty, and they run into this wire. They bang into this wire. One of them's tail's already chewed all the way up, and I don't know how that happened. But I think I'm gonna let them out and see what happens. Settle them somehow. Somebody told me to cut their wings off, their flights, cut their 3, 8, 9, and 10, cut them in half or cut the ends off. But we got a lot of hawks, and I don't want them to. I'd rather them fly off and fly away than hawks get them, because I don't want to feed hawks around my loft and keep the hawks around. You know what I'm saying? So even if the hawks get them down the road somewhere else, just, I don't want to. You know what I'm trying to say. But with that being said, this is I got 4 more birds coming, young birds, late hatches. So most of these birds that you see are going to be, they're all, half of them are settled, the other half I got to, most of these birds you see are going to be my old bird racing team. So I had 7 already. I got 7 more from him, from Wayne. I got 7 more. And actually, I think that bird see that bird there? Yeah, see, that bird there is one of the birds that he sent me, and it's flighty. I don't know if he just wants to get out. Is he gonna come back? But he's like unsettling my whole loft. It's like my whole loft. He's like, he makes all the birds around him nervous. So I don't know if they think like he's flighty because of hawks or whatever, and then they get flighty. But I think I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna think about it. I might just take him back and just say thanks, but he's too much for me to handle right now and give him to a more experienced flyer. I might do that. I might just basket him up, tell him he's too flighty, instead of just ruining him and giving him to somebody else. But I don't know what to do with that situation. But I got some young birds in here. I got one with an orange band on. I'm gonna hold her back. Matter of fact, right here in front. I don't know. She stands real tall, like it might be a cock. Knowing my luck, it will be, because I wanted a hen out of that pairing. This is a James, not James, Curtis, Air Champs Loft. He's got an Indiana Hoosier bloodline, Indiana Hoosier bloodlines. The parents are Indiana Hoosiers winners, and this is the bloodline he's from. And what's his name? Curtis paid a lot of money for the birds, and he sent me 2 of them, and this is one of their offspring. So I wanted it to be a female, so I could hold it back and breed it to another Indiana Hoosier cock blood bird I got. But if not, if it's a hen, if it's a male, then I'll just fly them. But they're all settled. But these are my birds. There's James's bird right here in front. You can tell him easy. He's got a race ring on and no life band. See, I think that's a cock. He pecks at other birds. He stands tall. All these birds that I bred, I can replace. So they're gonna race. And I lost. So my Texas birds, they're all gone. Tom Barnhart birds, they're gone. My Matus birds, they're gone. So everybody that I got birds from, I actually lost all the birds that I got the bird from. Probably my training or what, I don't know. But the only bird I got that was given to me by an outside loft so far that wasn't a breeder, that's going to be a breeder, is James's bird right here. This Aztec Joe Minelco bred bird. So that James actually bred at his loft with the parents. I think it's Tucson to turquoise, as turquoise something is the parents. So James, that's your bird. He came back. Thinking about naming him Dallas. A friend of mine passed away, and I don't know. I want to come up with a name. I was thinking about naming him Phoenix because he's back from the dead. Like, road came out of nowhere. I don't know. I'm gonna name him something. If you got a name for him, leave it in the comments, and I'll consider it. But like I said, he was lost on race day, and he came back 4 days later. And it's a beautiful bird. And that's not him. I'm looking at the wrong bird. It's him. The dark check right here. Right here. Yup. Right there. I'm not defeated. I'm not really bummed out. I'm not really discouraged. I'm just I gotta train harder. And I think here's my mistake I made. I believe I made. I didn't single toss or trio toss, like 3 or less. I didn't trio toss any of my birds. They all group flew, and I think that messed them up because some were just following others. And then when they got in a position where they had to think on their own, they just couldn't do it because I never put them in that situation. And they're young birds. They're baby birds. Just the system I'm running right now, it's a G2. It's a G2 Plus. I've had it upgraded, so this is a G2 Plus. I do have the live. Here's my antenna, the 24-inch antenna. You only can get, when you have a G2, you only get certain antennas that works with the G2. So when I go to basketing, I gotta take my clock. So I'm gonna take my clock with me so I don't forget it while I'm thinking about it. Got my basket here, and even though it's raining today, it's supposed to be beautiful tonight and tomorrow. So we're going to, my hens over there are looking good. I got 5 hens. That's why I was looking to add a 6th pair. So James's bird, I'll add James's bird, and I need a hen for him. I'm not just gonna breed anything. Like, I'm not gonna just take one of my hens and just say, oh, I got one here. All these hens, like I said, the only one I feel is worth stocking without flying would be the Indiana Hoosier one. And if that's a cock, then I got his father and his uncle or whatever, so I don't need him in the stock loft right now so he can race. So with that being said, we're trying to build a performance loft here and not a show me loft where everybody talks about pedigrees and nobody flies nothing. So we'll fly our birds and they'll build their own pedigrees. You know what I mean? So I'm actually thinking my birds are gonna do good this week. I think they're learning on the fly. I think that cock over there is gonna fly well. I hope. I'm gonna put them in my hands now to make sure they feel good and not too skinny. And then wish me luck. And in the next video, we'll see if they came home and what happens. I'll do a video tomorrow and show you about the race. Show you how they did in the race. So tomorrow's race 2. I don't know how long it is. Maybe I'm 50 miles north of the club. The guy that won the race is only 20 miles shorter than me, so it's possible to win. Tommy, he's the best flyer in North Carolina, basically. One of the top 10 in North Carolina. And he won the first race. I think he won the combine too, so we'll see. I don't really know how to read the race sheets yet, so I'm gonna have them try to show me how to read the race sheets tonight while I'm down there. And while it's wet, I need to clean this poop off my, scrape this. But anyway, just wanted to let everybody know that you know, walk in faith, you know, keep the faith and walk in peace, love, not hate. And I'll see you on the next one. Wish me luck.